Commissioner Drake, and Youth Member de Torres absent.
Thank you. Review and accept the agenda. Have a motion to approve
So moved.
and a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Goldberg? Aye. Commissioner HAREN? Aye. Commissioner Randolph?
Aye.
Commissioner SOHN?
Aye.
Vice Chair JAHROMI?
Aye.
Chair AMAR?
Aye.
The motion is carried 6-0-0-1.
Thank you. Moving on to comments from the public. Do we have comments from the public today? Seeing none, do we have any online? Okay, thank you. And now, moving on to the consent calendar, we have 2.1, receive the minutes from the regular design review and historic preservation committee meeting on June 11th, 2024. I will be abstaining from this roll call vote along with Commissioner SOHN, and ready for the rest. And a motion, please?
Can I motion? No, I have to completely. Thank you.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from our design review and historic preservation meeting on June 11th, 2024. Second.
And the roll call, please?
Commissioner Goldberg? Aye. Commissioner HAREN? Aye. Commissioner Randolph?
Aye.
Vice Chair JAHROMI?
Aye.
And Commissioner SOHN?
Abstain.
Chair AMAR?
Abstain.
Thank you. The motion passes 4-0-1.
Thank you. We are now at the public hearing portion. Tonight we have item 3.1, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve a sign permit at 270 West Napa Street, including action to approve a categorical exemption pursuant to section 15301 and 15311 of the State CEQA Guidelines. And may we have the staff report, please?
Yes. So Natalie is going to present her first staff report. So she's going to start helping us with the sign permits. And so this is her first.
Okay, so this staff report is for a monument sign at 270 West Napa Street. The project site is to the east of 3rd Street West, across from the Whole Food Shopping Center. The land use is commercial and is in the downtown district. The frontage along the parcel is 260 feet, and the whole site is approximately 1.5 acres. On this site, there are commercial storefronts at the front of the parcel, and then towards the back, there are apartments. The applicant is requesting to put up one monument sign that has a site map required by the fire department, as well as 2 tenant signs below. It would total in aggregate be 11 square feet. This is the monument sign that is being proposed. The top is the parcel map that shows where the storefronts are in location with the apartments, and then the 2 placeholder tenant signs. The lettering will be the same size allowed that you see there on the proposed plans, and no lighting is proposed at this time, and it will only be one-sided. So number of signs is complies because there are no more than 2 tenant signs proposed, and the map is being required by the fire department. They are significantly under their allowed aggregate, as it is 110 square feet they are allowed. They're only proposing 11. No lighting, and then it's only 1 monument sign, which is under the required 12-foot maximum. This meets all of the findings required by our ordinance. The proposed signage complies with applicable policies and regulations set forth in the sign ordinance. There are no variances requested, and all other city ordinances, and also goes along with the general plan. Conditions of approval, there are pretty much our standard conditions of approval. They're required to pull building permits before anything gets installed, and then no structures of any kind can be put up without encroachment permits. This is exempt to CEQA. Staff is recommending to approve the sign permit as proposed, subject to findings and conditions of approval.
Thank you so much. Are there questions for the staff from the commission? Yes?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Can you restate the land use?
It's commercial.
Okay, so apartments.
Yes, so there's apartments towards the rear. I believe they have a use permit from a while ago. And then the front is commercial. So the fire department requested that this sign be put in for safety, for if there's emergencies.
So it's still going to say Giddy Apartments?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the size of the letter?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Are there other questions? All right. And is the applicant available? Please come and state your name, please.
Hello, my name is Michelle Gendel. I'm here as the property manager for the proposed sign.
Did you want to tell us anything else about your signage or
Thank you.
any design choices?
Pretty much, we were asked by the fire department to come up with something that showed essentially a plan of the property for safety, which then triggered us being here. The sign that is currently in place is very old, and I believe it's non-conforming. And I think this will do a great job at showing, where the fire hydrant is, where the water access is, as well as the residential units. In terms to ask your question or answer, GD Apartments is the name of the business. So it covers the commercial and residential units. Other than that, any other questions?
Thanks so much. Are there questions for the applicant from the commission? None? Thank you so much, Michelle. And now I will close the meeting to the public. Oh, do we have any other public comments? Excuse me. Okay, then I will go ahead and close the meeting to the public at this time and bring it back to the commission for discussion. So, Commissioner HAREN.
I have no further questions. Seems really straightforward, helpful for the fire department. Thank you for being here.
Vice Chair JAHROMI.
I have no further comments. Looking good and straightforward.
Thank you. Commissioner Randolph.
Yeah. Fellow commissioners, and I have no other questions.
Thank you. And Commissioner SOHN.
Thank you. No other questions, and thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.
Great. I agree with my fellow commissioners. It's a pretty straightforward project, and it'll be really helpful for delivery people and visitors and the fire department, obviously. And I like the font you chose, and that's about it. So thanks so much for being here again. And now we'll go ahead and I'll ask if a commissioner would like to make a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve agenda item 3.1 for the signage at 270 West Napa Street, subject to findings and conditions of approval.
Second.
Great. And let's have a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Aye.
Commissioner HAREN,
Aye.
Commissioner Randolph,
Aye.
Commissioner SOHN,
Aye.
Vice Chair JAHROMI, Chair AMAR.
Aye.
The motion passes 6-0-0-1.
Thank you. Next item on our agenda is item 3.2, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve a sign for permit at 423 First Street West, including action to approve a categorical exemption pursuant to section 15301 of the State CEQA Guidelines.
All right, I'm going to present that. Jennifer Gates, Community Development Director. So before you is two signs for a new business on First Street West in our historic Adobe. So this is on the plaza, as you probably know, and next to Sunflower Cafe. So here's a picture of that site, again, one of our historic Adobes. And so the request is to place one gold painted window sign in the front primary window that you see here on the left, and then also one wooden painted hanging sign in the existing sign bracket that will be colored a brick red and white color. You'll see this on the next slide. So total sign square footage is going to be 17.5. So the hanging sign is one sign with two faces, so 5 square feet each, 10 square feet total. It's going to be a simple block lettering and no lighting. And then you'll see the window sign here, painted gold again with black and white accents, 10 square feet and no lighting being proposed. So the number of signs complies. No more than 2 signs are allowed per business. The size does comply as well as the aggregate sign location. The projecting sign will be 7 feet from the sidewalk, and we'll have a condition of approval to make sure that that stays that way. And then projecting signs is less from 9 feet on the side and less than 4 feet from a wall surface. So we'll just, those are usually standard conditions. Again, in case you didn't know, so window signs are exempt from our aggregate amount of square feet of signage when it's gold leaf painted. So it's been more common lately because some of the people are kind of trying to maximize that and get window signs in. So you'll see a couple coming up here shortly too. So gold leaf does qualify for that exemption.
Nice.
There's a specific size requirement around that, but this applicant does meet that. Probably didn't even know, but they did. Good choice in gold. The sign findings, the proposed sign complies with all of our applicable policies and regulations, and it's consistent with our design guidelines in the municipal code as well as our general plan. So the conditions of approval, again, like we stated earlier, the painted window sign will be primarily the metallic gold. This helps get that exemption from that total square footage allowance for that site. And then also the projecting hanging sign is meeting our requirements. We don't want anybody hitting their head. So again, it is our historic structure, so we just want to make sure that nobody's modifying our historic resources too without coming back for review. So the item is exempt per section 15301, which is in regards to existing facilities. So again, we already had the projecting sign bracket, and then we also have a window, so it would be an existing facility that we would be attaching these signs to. So staff's recommending approving the sign permit as proposed, subject to the findings and conditions of approval. And that concludes staff's presentation, and open to any questions, and then the applicant, as you can tell, is in the audience.
Thank you. Do we have questions?
I just have one, thank you. On that parcel, the Adobe, how many other,
There's one other business, Sunflower Cafe.
okay, and then, oh, I know exactly where it is now, okay, and then how many others have gold leaf?
I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
You mean in the,
On that
Thank you.
specific building.
Okay, very cool, thank you, thank you.
I'm just curious about the reasoning behind the exemption because of gold lettering. I'm sure there's a history to that.
There may be, and I
Yeah.
haven't looked it up, but I'm sure that there is, because
Yeah.
it's really about the plaza.
Yeah,
So
interesting, huh?
I have actually another follow-up to that.
Sure.
I just want to be clear, is the exemption because of the gold leaf, or is it because it already exists, the sign,
No, it's gold leaf.
it's the gold leaf? That's what we're considering.
So the sign that you're looking at on the screen right now
Right,
is the window sign, and because it's golden coloring, that's
got it.
the exemption from the total aggregate sign.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Any further questions? All right, well then I'd like to welcome the applicant to the podium. Applicants, and please tell us your name.
I'm Lauren Herrera.
I'm Irena Basta. And would you like to tell us just a little bit about your design choices for this sign?
Sure. We worked with a local girl to design the logo, and we tried to kind of bring in some vintage feel. It's vintage clothing, and we wanted something a little groovy and a little kind of like California and Western all together, and this is what we landed on. We had originally thought maybe something circular, but this fit our needs better. I'm from Nevada City, and we recently had a restoration of a historic hotel up there called the National, and they did a beautiful gold lettering with some black accents, and we have the same artist coming to do this sign for us here, which is very cool, I think. He's from Sacramento. And yeah, I don't know, what else is that?
So a little bit about the business.
The business is a vintage clothing, vinyl record, and contemporary clothing store. We also carry jewelry and products that are made in the area by mostly women-owned and operated brands. I have had a vintage business for about a decade. I'm from Snelling technically, but we both live here in Sonoma, so it's been a big dream to do this in our community instead of commuting to the city where it has been. And the space, the historic adobe doing old things in an old space feels like it's been like a total dream come true. Hence the gold leaf and
Treasure,
And-
gold, trove, you know.
Yes. Are there other questions for the applicant from the commission?
I just have one. Oh, this is very exciting. You seem very excited. We're excited
We're
for
so
you.
excited. Yeah.
Good. Is it more like a co-op? So no, it's
No.
all you go out and
Yeah.
get the
We find-
merchandise. or-
We have had members from the community already ask us if we will consign things. Like we have something from a woman who works at the visitor center already. We have
Yeah,
a couple of her
good.
dresses in there that she's got on consignment. So we are working with the community for things that are kind of just sitting in people's closets, and we're going to get those back out into the world, being used and loved again. So in that aspect, it's not a traditional store per se.
Sure.
But
Well, I'm excited for you.
thank you.
Any other questions? All right, well, thank you so much for
Thank
telling us
you.
about your project. Are there any other public comments? Seeing none? We'll close the meeting to the public and bring it back to the commission for discussion. Commissioner Sho, your thoughts?
Thank you. I love it. I think this is great, and if staff feels it's ready to go, you have my support. Thank you, Commissioner.
Commissioner Goldberg?
Super exciting. I can feel your excitement. I think we all can. And I'm really excited to have this type of different store on the plaza. So we look forward to it and wish you the best. And I see no problems with it.
Thank you. Commissioner Randolph?
Yeah, exactly. Feeling it, girls. It's gonna be really fun, I think, and that space is so wonderful. So I'm sure you'll have fun in there. It's pretty big. Yeah, it's got all the things. It's got all the feels. So I really like your design. I think it does exactly what you wanted it to do. Definitely groovy, and it's got the vintage feel. So I think it's wonderful. And again, I'm looking forward to visiting the store and checking it out.
Vice Chair JAHROMI?
I appreciate your excitement, and your sign reflects that. So I have no other comment. Thank you.
Commissioner HAREN?
I'm so excited you're here. Signage looks beautiful. I've had a few friends already pop in, and they said it's wonderful. I haven't personally been in yet, but I'll make my way in. And I think the signage is lovely, and I'm excited for you guys. So welcome, and absolute best of luck.
Yes, I totally agree with everything that was just said. It wasn't lost on me, the treasure trove and the gold combo there. I thought that's really clever, and I've always wanted everyone to have gold leaf signs on the plaza, and it's because I see these towns on the East Coast, very charming Massachusetts, and everybody with their perfect little gold leaf signs. So if we can like hype this up more, that would be great. So, but I love your design, and I wish you guys the best of luck. And would a commissioner like to make a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion. Approve. Sorry.
Second.
And a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Aye.
Commissioner Herron,
Aye.
Commissioner Randolph,
Aye.
Commissioner SOHN,
Aye.
Vice Chair JAHROMI,
Aye.
Chair AMAR.
Aye.
The motion passes 6001.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Now we're at items for discussion. Do we have anything to discuss?
So there's no items for discussion, but I'll just go ahead and jump right into director's comments.
Thank you.
No problem. No presentations today, but I do owe you guys my presentation from the last time. And I recommend if you haven't watched it yet, Chair, it is up online. So we'll do another one shortly. I just didn't have time between for this meeting, but we'll do another one. I also just remind you guys, we are in the middle of the general plan process, so just to stay aware of that. When we get into more specifics around cultural resources, I will be letting you guys know and bringing things to you. And it is my intention to bring back the design review section to you guys too. And we'll probably do it at that next meeting because it's looking light like this one was. So I think that's it right now. And then during your all's comments and questions, if there's specific things also during your reports and comments section that you are interested in hearing about as a commission, that's your time to kind of put it out there and let me know. You can always send me an email as well and just say, hey, can you provide this to the commission as well, and then I'll talk to Chair Amar about when to put it on the commission agenda. So with that concludes my comment.
Well, thanks. We appreciate that so much. So just a comment, I would like to say welcome to our new commissioner, and so hopefully everything goes as smoothly as tonight all the time. So welcome, and nice to see you again.
Through the chair, I have a question for staff. So I noticed on First Street East, the Capoeira tasting room just opened right next to the ice cream store. And so I think they have actually gold leaf on their window sign. But I was wondering if that signage was went through the desk or
So that sign was approved through Planning Commission because it was part of their bigger package. So remember, design review will only hear items that are only requiring design review. If it requires a wine, in that case, a wine tasting use permit, or a use permit or other type of permit that brings it to Planning Commission will hear the item as a whole.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Anybody else want to chime in? Okay. Well then, I will adjourn this meeting at 6:25.